how did the Violoncello da Spalla impact the world of classical music, and have I seen any changes since its rebirth? It's a great question, and it's not something that is easy to answer because it is 20 years in the making since the Violoncello da Spalla was reborn, and here are the few key changes that I've noticed in the past 20 years. First of all, the rebirth of Violoncello da Spalla has completely redefined how we understand the early history of violoncello. And why is this significant, you might be wondering? Well, it is significant because, contrary to the common belief that violoncello was always the instrument we know today, now we know it has not always been the case. And in the early 17th and 18th centuries, violoncello was made in a huge variety of sizes, and this instrument could have been equally well played by violin and viola players as well as viol and violoncello, the modern type of violoncello players. So this completely changed how we understand the early cello repertoire. We also understand differently who are the players of this instrument. You see, the idea of narrow specialization as we know it today, that is one instrument per player, is relatively new. In the 17th and 18th centuries, musicians normally played a number of instruments, sometimes radically different instruments. So it was just a very normal thing for a violin or viola player, such as Johann Sebastian Bach or Antonio Caldara, to pick the viola or violoncello of smaller size and play it like the violin. So this is how it is impacting now the world of classical music. As a result of the rebirth of Violoncello da Spalla, the definition of the modern day cello has been changed. The New Grove Dictionary of Music has updated their articles. There is a number of musical instrument encyclopedias that for the first time mention the Violoncello da Spalla. These are all very welcome developments, and you might be wondering, why is this welcomed? After all, we are not living in the 17th or 18th century. Well, it is significant because musicians living today, such as violin players and viola players, can expand their musical artistic horizons and find their unique voice by becoming multi-instrumentalists, by becoming, I dare to say, ambassadors to this lost page in history of classical music, and do a work comparable to the work of Mendelssohn, who, as you know, revived the interest of the general audience in the music of Johann Sebastian Bach, comparable to the work of Pablo Casals, who has revived the interest of general audience as well as professional cellists in the violoncello suites by Johann Sebastian Bach. And I have just touched the surface because the rebirth of Violoncello da Spalla is impacting not just early music, not just Baroque music or classical music. The truth is, today players, various different players in different countries, are taking these instruments into different genres: pop music, folkloric music, classical music, of course, Baroque music, of course, but also romantic repertoire. And you are very warmly welcomed and very warmly encouraged to explore this world, this ocean of untouched repertoire, and see if there is something for you in this instrument. I'm Dmitry, I'm the author of the book on Da Spalla, How Violinists Can Find Their Unique Voice and Open New Career Opportunities in 14 Days. You can find the book on Amazon. Simply click on the link in the description of this video. You can also find it on the book's website. And by the way, if you are a violin or viola player, or violin and viola player, you can get full, unabridged digital copy of the book completely for free on the book's website. If you have any questions, I'm here to help. Don't hesitate to comment below this video, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next.